Hey up, you little buggers. Welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast. You're a one-stop shop for all things weird and spooky and creepy and kooky. All done with an ale or two. Sit back and relax, you little buggers.
I forgot about that bit at the end then. I was just about to jump in, and then Seth piped in with that, you little buggers.
Yes.
So welcome to Paralytic Activities. That was our Seth intro, by the way. Again, no editing. What happens on this episode stays on this episode. So, Neil, what have we got tonight, kid? Do you any ideas what we've got tonight?
I know we're talking about a big shark.
Well, we're not going to talk about a big shark. We're just going to do a big shark in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So we're not going to actually talk about him. We're just going to tell you the storyline in a nutshell. Paralytic activities, the way we do it, kind of thing. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So yeah. So we got Orange spills the juice, or Neil like to say, spills the blood. I think spills the guts, because he's in one of the moods where he wants to have a rant about certain things. Am I right, Neil?
Well, I'm just going to have every week, I don't know for how many weeks, I'm just going to have a little rant.
Until you do something clumsy, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, what other people witness as well, you know what I mean? And you sort of piss people off, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just saying a few things that piss me off, you know what I mean?
All right.
No jealousy, no intentions to like slag anybody off, but it's
Just a funny rant.
Yeah, just things that just get on my tits.
Yeah.
Basically.
So you can have a moan.
I'm gonna have a bit of a moan, yeah.
Okay. We've also we're going to debate, Neil, the story or the myth, the legend of Robert the doll.
Right.
Robert the doll is supposed to be a haunted doll, so we're going to debate that. Yeah. Our spirit guide, Quentin Pinkerton, is going to talk from the other side, and I mean BBC One, and tell us about the hauntings of Myrtles Plantation, Neil, in Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
So he's off to the deep south, basically. It's up to the deep south. And then flip the screen, Neil. We're just going to do Jaws in a nutshell. I know we've covered Jaws the movie before,
Yeah,
but we haven't done our take on it in a nutshell.
Okay.
So we're going to start anyway with well, it's not a paranormal ale, is it? We've just got a drink to start the show. What have I just made for you, Neil? Well, I will tell you, because you ain't got a clue.
I have.
Because people, even though we are Paralytic Activities podcast, we usually rate a beer, but we're off the beer in the week, aren't we, Neil?
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
Well, I'm trying my best as well. Trying to not drink beer in the week.
Yeah, you know, you go through all this trying to eat healthy and all that crap, and then you sit there and you have a couple of cans, you know what I mean?
And before you know it, you've had 8.
Yeah.
And you feel like shit at work.
Yeah. So it's just like, you know, I enjoy it more, like, you know, have a drink of a Friday and a Saturday.
So maybe we should start doing the recordings on a weekend, Neil.
Maybe, yeah.
Just thinking, like, just thinking. And then get to the pub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't got to be at night. Can we?
That ain't a bad idea.
That ain't a bad idea.
Yeah,
let me just put that in my book.
I wouldn't have no rushing about it, you know what I mean?
Put it in my book, Neil.
And all the scripts I have to do as well, you know.
I know, yeah. Shout tonight, script, Neil. What we got?
Well, that's just one page.
Yeah, it is just one page, correct? And it's not even front and back.
It is, John.
It's not even front and
the back. As well. It is, look, the back's there, look.
Anyway, so Paranormal Ale, Neil, I'll tell you what I've made you. You've got, in here, in there, you've got a tiki rum.
Yeah.
With tonic water. And a little splash of raspberry sambuca.
Oh, yeah.
Just to add that little fruitiness to it, to add to the tiki rum. So, you know, have some of that.
I like the cherries in it, John.
Yeah.
The cherries.
I love a cherry. I love the word cherry. I love the colour cherry. I love a cherry, and I love the flavour cherry.
Maraschino.
Yeah.
Maraschino.
Yeah. Which was the name of a famous character out of a very famous film.
You know what, John? I never realised.
Yeah.
What she said.
But yeah, go on.
My name's like Marty Maraschino, a bit like the cherry.
Correct.
Out of Greece.
Correct. And do you know what? I can't believe he actually got that right.
I'm a massive Greece fan, John.
I know, Neil. I can smell it.
Whatever.
You work in oil, Neil. That's all I'm saying.
Have a good shower every night.
Yeah. Greece is the word.
Greece is the word, yeah.
Greece is the word. So, Neil, what have you been up to, pal? What have you been up to?
Well, I went to a party Saturday, though.
We did all.
It was bloody fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was in what's
In
the
a,
area,
in a
John?
building, Neil.
I know it was
In a building.
what area was it, John? Was it Burntwood?
Could be.
Burntwood. And there's a great band on. It was Al Wayne's, our brother's daughter's 18th.
Yeah.
And Linda's retirement.
Uh-huh.
She's his wife.
Yeah.
And it was a great night. I've done a bit of like spinning the old turntables.
Yeah, you've done a bit of break dancing as well at one stage.
Did, yeah. I was, John. I just I fell over, walked to the bar.
And that's what breaking tables. That was it. Breaking tables.
But yeah, that was
the Nasty Boys.
It was a great night.
Yeah.
Enjoyed this.
Well, Neil, I had a couple of beers Saturday night, and I did have a little bit of an hangover on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't drink beer in the week now, so I did have a little bit of. I was only on the Guinness. But I did have an hangover now, which actually goes straight into my next point, Neil.
Yeah.
Hangovers.
Yeah.
Do you know where the word comes from?
Hangover. Is it obviously when you have a drink?
Yeah.
All the ingredients in the beer.
Yeah.
And when it wears off, it gives you a hangover. It's still hanging inside of you.
But where does the word come from?
Why
is it called hangover?
I don't know.
Well, I will tell you right now. So, hangover comes from Victorian times, and it was what they called the rope. Yeah. Now, in London, in some of the most expensive buildings, there was a thing called the 4-penny coffin, where a client who was absolutely rat-arsed is provided with a coffin-sized box, so they can sleep lying down when they're when they're pissed. Yeah. Right. But the word hangover comes from the 2-penny hangover, not the 4-penny. If you're a bit rich, you can have a coffin, but if you're poor, you have to have a rope. So basically, the clients were allowed to sleep on a bench in an upright position with a rope to stop them falling over. Yeah. So basically, there was hanging over a rope all night while there was rat-arsed, instead of going home to the wife of the rolling pin, and then wake up next day, and there'd be a fine and dandy, and go and do their daily chores, get rat-arsed again, and hang on a rope.
Yeah.
So that's where it come from, Neil. Hangover.
What's that?
Hangover a rope. Have some of that.
I never knew that. I never even thought about it.
Yeah. Well, did you know? Well, obviously you do know, because you went and picked her up, didn't you? Your daughter come back from America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come back from there, and she bought some proper honey, didn't she?
Yeah,
like a proper. It was a pack of honeycomb.
Yeah,
with fresh honey straight from the beehive. And I found this out the other day, Neil. I don't know if you're kind of interested in honey facts, but do you know honey never goes off?
I know.
Never ever goes off.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. It's never to sell by days, honey, you know.
No, because it never goes off and it never spoils.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because honey is one of the few foods that can last forever. Now, this is a known fact. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old, Neil, and they are still perfectly edible.
Yeah.
So, you know, big thumbs up to the bees out there. They're doing a cracking job.
You ever got stung by a bee, John?
Do you know what, Neil? I don't think I have. I got stung by a wasp, but never a bee.
I got stung by a bee once. Should change it for a tenner.
Do you remember when you said to me that you thought the hepatitis B was the most dangerous animal in the world?
Yeah. Dangerous animal.
Yeah, animal, insect. It's still an animal,
It's an animal, John.
What is it then?
Insects.
Yeah, it's still an animal. An animal is an insect.
John.
I'm sure it is.
It's not.
So like an amphibian, is that not an animal?
So when the animal man come round your school, did he get
the animal man?
Did he get a swarm of bees out of his pockets?
No, but he would have had one in there.
No, John.
You never know. That's a debate. Leave it in the comments, people. Is a bee an animal?
No, John, it sounds.
I think animal is like the umbrella over everything. Amphibians, fish, mammals. I think animal is the word for insect and everything.
I once bought 100 bees once.
Yeah.
I did that. I counted them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was 101. Believe it or not.
There was 101.
I took it back to the bloke. I only asked for 100. He gave me 101. He goes, that was a freebie.
You can't complain with the bargain, can you?
No, you can't.
You can't complain with a bargain. So, Neil, I think we're out on a pub crawl again this Saturday. I think we're going to go and do another haunted pub crawl. And we're going to the fingers crossed, because I have got a bad knee at the minute, Neil. And I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but talking about my bad knee, it is fucked. Now, I've got 2 knees because I've got 2 legs. My right knee is waiting for an operation. I've been waiting 14 fucking months, Neil. 14 months. It took me 11 months to see the surgeon. And I've still got to probably wait another 8 months. So you're looking over 2.5 years for this operation on my knee because I've got no cartilage in it.
It took 11 months.
Bone on bone.
Surgeon.
Yeah, 11 months.
How fast you can't?
I know, yeah. It's a joke, eh? Chitty, bang, bang. I'll call that my knee. You know what I mean? So now my other knee's gone.
Right.
I'm suffering with my other kneecap. So now, because I put more weight on that one, that's wear and tear. The cartilage is gone now in both. And my left one is absolutely throbbing 24/7. Can't get no sleep. My mental health is through the roof, people. And I can't even drive properly. I can't even work properly. So I went to the doctors. I was, doctor, you need to do something because I'm at the end of my tether. You know what he said, Neil?
What?
What do you want me to do, Barry?
Seriously?
That's what he said, Neil. What do you want me to do about it? And I says, are you kidding? You're the doctor. I want you to take the pain away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so I can get on with life. While I'm waiting for the NHS to sort out the waiting lists.
It's ridiculous, Sean. They telling me he was #1 can champion.
I also told him I was the Shaking Stevens impersonator. He didn't wash, Neil. He didn't wash. He won't have none of it. So I'm going back on Friday, people. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm going on the sick. Bollocks to him.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go, Neil. Have some of that. Do you know what I found in the news the other day, Neil?
Well,
that a wife fed some kids in a school mince pies made from a dead husband.
seriously.
Yeah, Neil, I find all these weird stories all around the world, and she's been arrested because she's a mad woman, Neil. So basically, she killed her husband because he was a bit of a bastard, and she minced it up, put it in mince pies, and fed it to kids at school.
Ridiculous. It's like a film, eh? With a barber.
What, Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Todd.
I know.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, did he make mince pies?
No, pies, were it? Was it pies? Yeah, it was.
Would it bother you, Neil?
What?
If you had a pie, right, and you were starving, and it's got some nice rich gravy, some nice crusty pastry, bit of salt and pepper, bit of brown sauce, and you're eating it, you thought, oh, this is all right, this is you know what I mean, bit of gristle.
Mhm.
But then you found out it's actually human body parts.
What would I do?
What do you mean? Well, if you found out afterwards, would you be disgusted? Would you be appalled?
I'd be disgusted. I'd be fuming, John.
Fuming?
Yeah.
Why?
What would I raise somebody?
What if it was nice?
I don't give a shit.
You've never tasted human.
No difference, John.
You got to live. We're living on the bread line at the
Never
minute.
done that to me, mate. You better look out. I'm telling you.
You'll probably go around there, Royce. You give all right. Calm down, Neil. Would you like an haircut? Do you know what? I'm furious. Yeah, I'll have an haircut to make up for it. Before you know it, you're in the chair. You're pressing the button. You're in the chute. You're down the mince, and you're in someone else's pie.
I know, yeah.
That's just your luck.
It is, yeah.
So anyway, so this evil wife murdered her husband, then ground up his body to use in mince pies, which she then handed out at a youth club at a Christmas party.
You've cool.
Yeah.
That's just terrible, that is.
Pauline Marsh, 27, bashed Liam Marsh, 26, to death with a phone.
With a phone?
With a phone. I don't make this up, Neil.
Was she on the receiving end?
No, he was. Then hid his body in a chest freezer in the garage.
Nice.
I know, yeah. You know, you got to make sure it's still fresh, are you? All right.
Well, how did she grind his bones?
Oh, I'm getting to that. Now, she butchered him over a period of 10 months. She was caught when she made the pies for a local youth group party, and they were eaten by a vegetarian who sued because it was contaminated meat.
Oh, my God.
World's gone mad, Neil. All these vegans and vegetarians, you know what I mean? World's gone bloody mad.
I mean, like, it's like cakes and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got nearly it the other day, John, in my car.
Yeah.
by a Mr. Kipling van. I ain't joking. Luckily enough, we had exceedingly good brakes.
People in the background, you might hear a whirring noise. Nothing to worry about. Nothing paranormal. It's not Neil's stomach rumbling or nothing like that.
Bring me stomach into
No,
it, John.
I'm not. I'm just saying we've got a
Not
little.
John's knee cracking.
Not my knee cracking. We've got a little heater on in the corner because it's -1 in the Bird Dog Tavern as we speak. That's it. You can actually switch it off if you want.
No, John.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's it. It gives a nice little hum in the background, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's in any.
I mean, we could say it's an alien above us.
Yeah.
We could do, but we're not.
Anyway, John.
Yeah.
While you're pissing me off, you might as well let me do my section.
Oh yeah. Why I'm pissing you off?
Yes.
Ballocks.
I mean, rumbling in my stomach's like
Well, you're on a diet, Neil, so you're going to be hungry. What happens when you're hungry? Your belly rumbles.
rumbling in my stomach.
Was that by Anton Deck? Was it?
No, it was watching now, Marty. It was supposed to SummerSlam.
The royal rumble in your the royal rumble in your stomach.
Anyway, things that piss me off, John. And I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. I'm not being horrible at anybody. Just daily things that just get on my tits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First thing is, John, I like when I finish work, I like to chill out and watch television.
Yeah.
I even like to listen to radio. And the celebrities on the television that are on everything, John. And I'm sick to death of hearing them. I'm sick to death of seeing the physics, their faces. Because they're really...
Who are you thinking about?
Tonight I'm picking on Stephen Mullen.
Oh, he's on everything. He's Neil.
Right. He's on Deal No Deal every day of the week.
He's on Dildo No Dildo.
Yeah. Deal or No Deal. He's on Dancing on Ice. He's on the Butlins advertisements.
He's always at Butlins, isn't he?
He's on anything on Antideck.
Everything.
He's on In for a Penny.
Oh, God.
No, I'm surprised you ain't doing those at 10, John.
It won't surprise me. It won't surprise me, Neil.
Why give somebody else a go?
Shall I tell you why, Neil? And I know this for a fact. Because these BBC, ITV presenters, or whatever channel they're on, they are given a contract. And their contract states they get paid a salary, say, for example, $1 million a year. Yeah?
Mm.
They have to do so many shows to actually get that money.
Yeah.
That's why Philip Schofield was on everything, especially the young boys in the background. He was on them and all. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not being nasty about nobody, but you know that comedian woman. She got something wrong with her. She can't talk properly. Rosie, is it Rosie?
Rosie and Jim.
No, John. Some bastard Jim. She's got something wrong with her. She can't talk properly, but she's a comedian.
I think I know what you mean.
Well, she's now going to be doing Big Break, taking over Jim Davidson.
Oh, God.
How is that going to work, John?
I don't know, Neil. I don't know. I have no idea.
Where do they get these ideas from, the BBC?
How's she gonna do a trick shot?
How's she going to look you?
Don't know.
Not being horrible.
Not being, yeah, but there's no need for it. You know what I mean? What's wrong with Jim Davidson? Bring him back. He ain't dead.
No, people don't like him. Don't they say he's racist and everything, don't they? And all that, you know what I mean?
Well, he is a little bit.
I know. Anyway, one last thing, and this is not a dig at anybody, yeah?
All right.
There's a lot of beautiful...
All right, Scylla.
There's a lot of beautiful women out there, John. Lots of them, right? And then they're giving spoil it all. Don't say I was saying something like I love you. Don't say I know what you're thinking.
I was thinking it, but I couldn't remember the song.
Right. I mean, they're perfectly good looking. They have these lip fillers, Sean.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And they spend a fortune on a man. And not being funny, but...
And what haven't done?
No, John, listen to me, right? Not being horrible. If anybody wants to have them done, have them done. But what I'm saying to you is, some suit women, some don't. My mate's missus, beautiful looking. Last time I seen her, she'd had these lip fillers, right? And she did look like a duck, John.
Yeah. Not
being horrible, right? And she ended up getting in debt with it.
Really?
Yeah, she ended up with a massive bill. No, honestly, I'll just start.
I blame Pete Burns, Neil.
I'll blame Pete Burns, Mick Jagger.
Rest in peace, Pete. Have some of that.
Mick Jagger originated it, did he?
He did, but he's a natural.
Oh, yeah.
He's a natural. Pete Burns. Jesus Christ.
But they're still their own, you know what I mean?
I know.
I'm not having a
it's not for me, Neil.
Well, don't think it'd suit you, John.
I might have them done.
I know. Yeah.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, Neil, our good friend, our spirit guide, Quentin Pinkerton, is back with us, Neil.
Is that?
Yeah, he's actually now communicating to me in my good ear, from beyond the veil.
Oh, no, Joe. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about me for a long time.
So I'll tell you why, Neil.
Why?
Because you're deaf. How can a spirit talk to you when you can't hear nothing? I'm surprised you can hear me.
John, I can hear you.
So anyway, he's speaking to me now because I've sent him to another haunted location, Neil.
Yeah.
I have sent him to Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana. So that's where I've sent him. Now, Myrtles Plantation, what you're asking me now, what's the story behind Myrtles Plantation? So I'm just forwarding that on to our good friend, our spirit guide, Quentin. And he's talking to me now in my good ear. He's saying, some people have said that the plantation is haunted because of the original owner, David Bradford. Is that right, Quentin? He built the plantation over an Indian burial ground. That old chestnut, Neil. That old chestnut. It goes with all the movies, don't it? Any haunted film, anything is always built on an Indian burial ground. Any kind of location, especially in America, yeah. Why is it haunted? Well, it was built on an Indian burial ground, Neil. A bit like Ghost Alley in Pleck.
One built on an Indian burial ground.
It was built on an Indian multi house.
That's what I'm on about.
Now, what about the hauntings in Myrtles Plantation? What's going on there, Quentin? He's just talking to me now. I'll just give him a second. He's saying that there's evidence of handprints appearing in mirrors. There's people have heard footsteps on the stairs when there's nobody there. Mysterious smells, which that could actually be anything, couldn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Especially in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Objects vanishing for no reason whatsoever. There's been death by poison. There's been hangings. There's been murder. And there's been gunfire, all at Myrtles Plantation. Now, it's in West Feliciana, a town of St. Francisville. And it holds, nearly as a record, apparently, he's telling me right now, Quentin, that it's got more ghostly phenomena than any other house in the United States. So basically, it's the most haunted house in the United States. Go and check it out, people, on Google. And just Google Myrtles Plantation. Now, Neil, Quentin is telling me now there's a famous ghost and a story of the plantation, the tale of Chloe.
Yeah.
The famous ghost. Now, he's telling me now that it was a vengeful slave who was murdered by the wife and two daughters of Clark Woodford in a fit of rage. And she's supposed to be the ghost that haunts Myrtles Plantation. Now, there's a bit more to the story. Apparently, Clark Woodruff, who owned Myrtles Plantation, pressured Chloe into being his mistress now. Now, other versions of the legend have Chloe listening in to keyholes and learning news. Bit of an eavesdropper, Neil, she was, Chloe. Listening to keyholes to learn news of Clark Woodruff's business dealings. But after being caught, one of her ears were cut off. So she wore a green turban to hide it. Now, I thought you'd get a turban in Louisiana, would you, people? Now, Chloe supposed to baked a cake for one of the two daughters containing extract of boiled oleander leaves, which are extremely poisonous, Neil. You eat them, you're going to die. Now, the reason she did what she did was to get work back into the house because obviously they kicked her out. You know, one-eared Chloe with a turban on her head because she was didn't want to be the mistress of the owner. Now, so what she did, Neil, she baked a cake, put these poison leaves in it. Now, only Sarah and her two daughters, which was the wife and the two daughters, ate the cake, and they all died from the poison. Now, Chloe was then hanged by the other slaves and thrown into the river. So you can understand why she haunts Myrtles Plantation. Now, what was that, Quentin? That's it. Okay. He goes, now he's telling me now, one day, one of the new owners of the plantation snapped a photo in front of the house. When the picture was developed, you could see a shadowy figure standing near the veranda. And I would guess what she was wearing, Neil. Guess what she was wearing?
A chairman.
A turban. Now, if you can actually find this picture on just Google Chloe, the ghost of Myrtles Plantation, and you'll see the picture. This shadowy figure stood next to the plantation. But and Seth is telling me right now, not Seth. It's Quentin. Quentin's telling me. I get mixed up with characters now. A bit like him. Who had all them dolls. What was his name? Keith Harris.
John, that's absolutely awful, man.
Yeah, that duck. Now, like I said, there's some things going on in the plantation to make it the most haunted building in America. One, it's built on an Indian burial ground. 2, there's a haunted mirror, Neil. Now, I just want to stop Quentin right there. Explain to me, and you can explain to me, what is a haunted mirror? How can a mirror be haunted? How can a haunted mirror be haunted?
I ain't got a clue, John.
I'm asking you. I'm asking for your opinion.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know if it can be haunted, John. It's a bit of glass.
I know. But they say mirrors are a portal.
Yeah, go down the door.
Well then.
Well, the mirrors look back at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I mean, a mirror's the same things that are behind you.
But you're actually staring into a mirror, staring at yourself, looking into your own soul.
Exactly.
So don't you think a mirror can be haunted?
I don't know, John. I don't know.
Well, Quentin's telling me Myrtles Plantation has an haunted mirror, Neil.
Yeah.
And it's a large mirror in the house, and it shows the spirits of former residents and leaves mysterious handprints on the glass.
A bit like the one down Smelly Baths.
A bit like the one down Smelly Baths. Is that right, Quentin? No, he says nothing like that at all. No. Now, the keyholes in the plantation, Neil, were put upside down. Why, you ask? Well, Quentin's telling me right now.
So you can get through there when you piss.
Yeah, so you can get in when you piss. No, Neil. No, it's because they put them upside down to confuse the spirits. Now, I don't get that whatsoever. Because why does a spirit need to be confused about walking through a door? I don't think it's got to use a key, does it?
That's a stupid thing to say, that is.
Neil, don't shoot the messenger. Quentin, did you hear that, pal? Yeah, he said he's going to haunt you tonight. He's going to come and see you, and he's going to tickle your feet in the dark. Now, outside the plantation, at the front door, Neil, there is a massive French cross. I don't know what a French cross is. I thought it was a pastry you had with your coffee in the morning.
Well, cross hands.
Yeah. Now, some say the French cross at the main entrance was put there to keep away evil spirits, Neil. Or just for good luck. They're not too sure. So there you go, Neil. That is the story of Myrtles Plantation. Now, a lot of TV shows have covered the plantation. Ghost Adventures have been there. They've been bloody everywhere, either. Let's be honest. Old Frodo Baggins, he gets everywhere, doesn't he? Scariest Places on Earth with Linda Blair. Not Tony's wife. They've been there. And some others, Neil.
Yeah.
They've all been to the plantation because apparently, as Quentin just told me, it is the most haunted house in America.
My mate went there, John. Reginder. My mate, he's a Turban Explorer. What?
Oh, that's quite. I've lost where I am now. So there you go, Neil. What would you like to see? That is my what's the word? Bucket list location.
I've never heard of it, John, so I can't say that, can I?
Neil, we was on Mickey York, and I told him when you sat right next to me.
I can't remember, John.
Yeah, you were sat right
Mickey York.
Shit.
Only joking, Mackay.
Yeah, so that is my bucket list location. If I could go anywhere in the world and do an investigation, I want to go to Myrtles Plantation. That's where I want to go. I want to see the haunted mirror, and I want to know why the keyholes are upside down. I mean, it's easy to get on it. You just turn your key upside down. Eh?
Hey, well, Keith Lemon and fucking he'd be struggling, wouldn't they?
Welcome to Food to Kill. That was my Keith Lemon impression.
That was good. That was fun.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Let's move on then, kid.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on haunted dolls?
Right. Well, can dolls have attachments, Sean?
Well, we've just talked about an haunted mirror, and you reckon that mirrors can't be haunted. And do you know what? I think I might agree with you there.
You know,
I'm not saying it can't be a portal, and that's a lot of people, especially mirrors, Neil, that cover them over with a blanket because they're that scared of what might happen when they look into it. And that's been going on for donkey's years, for decades.
Nothing scares me, John. But one thing that would scare me, if I was looking to a mirror and somebody standing behind me, that would freak me out. Especially,
Neil, if you had a three-way mirror, yeah, and you close it in at one side, and then it's not there, but it's in the other one. That'd scare you even more. Do you know what I mean? I remember when Neil was in this building, and he was scrying in a three-way mirror. Nothing happened. He just got 21 years bad luck.
Yeah.
So Neil, dolls, can they have an attachment? Can a spirit use it as a conduit to go and possess this inanimate object of a doll? Why is it always a doll?
I don't know.
Why can't they possess a tea bag?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
because it's not scary, Neil. That's why.
Do you mean it's scary?
They're scared of a possessed tea bag.
John, I'm doll scary.
Some dolls are, Neil.
Yeah, the way that they look when you paint the eyeballs on and that long.
Now, a lot of the stories, especially like the Annabelle doll and obviously Robert the doll, and what are other dolls, old dolls, yeah. I think no one was really scared of dolls until Poltergeist in the 80s, when that clown doll decided to get possessed and start strangling him with his long arms. You know what I mean? That little kid.
But I ain't doubting it, John. I'm not doubting it at all. But until I actually seen something happen, you know what I mean?
Like, well, if you go to the haunted antiques,
we've been there lots of times.
The doll moves, and the mouth moves, and blinks. We went to the Robin Hood Experience, and a stuffed deer blinks at people going past.
Whatever, John.
It don't even have any eyelids.
No eyelids.
So I don't know where we managed that. And a stuffed fox roams about the place.
How?
I don't know, Neil. I don't know.
I don't believe that shit, John.
So you don't believe in haunted dolls? Now, a lot of people...
I ain't saying I don't believe in haunted dolls. Dolls could have attachments. If I seen one, riding on one unicycle or something like that, you know what I mean? Juggling 2 eggs. You know what I mean? then I'll go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Or the head moved, then I'll go, oh, that's so weird.
It'd freak you out.
Of course it'd freak me out.
Especially if he jumped at you with his
Obviously,
hands
out,
to grab your throat.
So they've actually seen that, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
The jury's out, Neil. The jury is out. A lot of people, swear by having possessed dolls. They set it up and do like... They do work with it with spirit boxes and K2s and this, that, and the other, and try and talk to the spirit, what is inside the doll.
It's like debut boxes, eh? Debut boxes.
Did you say debut boxes?
Yeah, debut boxes, debut boxes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting one, John.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on then.
And we'll do it live on air.
I think we should. Open it live.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And we'll do it and see what's in it, you know what I mean?
But we discussed last week that they're all a load of shit. Neil, so...
John,
how's that
I want to see what's in one, mate.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
All right, then. Well, you can buy it then.
I'll buy it.
You buy it off eBay.
Buy it?
Yeah. So now, let's go back onto the Robert the doll, Neil.
Yeah.
Now, Robert the doll is an alleged haunted doll. It was exhibited at the East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida. I love Key West, Florida, Neil. I remember I used to have the trainers out of Key West. Now, Robert was once owned by painter, author, and a Key West resident, Robert Eugene Otto. Now, the doll belonged to Robert Eugene. Obviously, he was an artist. He was also very eccentric, Neil, because he belonged to a rich family. His granddad, purchased Otto while on a trip to Germany in 1904. and he gave it to young Otto as a birthday gift. The doll was wearing a sailor suit, and it was like the outfit that Otto wore as a child. That's why he bought it, because it reminded him of Otto as a child now. Now, the doll remains stored in the Otto family home while Otto studied art in New York and Paris. Otto married Annette, I keep saying Otto.
Oh,
now.
no. Jesus Christ.
Otto married Annette Parker in Paris on May the 3rd, 1930. The couple returned to the Otto family home in Key West to live there until, have a guess,
Well,
Otto died.
yeah. Where did he come from? Ottawa, by any chance.
Otto, no, but he did love the band Otto. Otto died in 1974. Now, his wife died 2 years later, and after their deaths, the Eaton Street home containing the doll was sold to Myrtle Rooter. Nothing to do with Myrtles Plantation. Do you like that little link there, Neil?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with it all. It was sold to Myrtle Rooter, who owned it for 20 years now. Now, in 1994, the doll was donated to East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida, when it became a very popular tourist attraction. Now, I know what you're asking. What is the legend with the doll? Why do people think it's haunted? Why do people find it scary? I've got a picture here for you, Neil. I'm just going to show you the
I want to
picture.
know what the proof, John.
So this is what the doll looks like. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
That one with the turban, ain't it?
It's with a turban. Can't really see it. There you go. That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, he's wearing a turban, and it was bought by Myrtle. Neil, the links keep coming. Neil, the links keep coming.
Yeah.
Now, what is the legend with the doll? I can hear everybody asking. I can hear everybody thinking, why are people scared of this doll? Why is it stored, and why is it a tourist attraction right now? I will tell you.
Well, come on.
Now, according to legend, the doll has supernatural powers. It can move on its own. It can change its facial expressions, and it makes giggling noises. Now, some of the versions of the legend claim that the giggling is a young girl of Bahamian descent. Basically, they think it's a voodoo doll. It's been used for voodoo rituals now.
Right. So, if it's this doll that can move, it's got, like, it's got all this going for it. Where's it stored?
In a glass cabinet.
Why can't you get out the glass cabinet, John? Why ain't you at the glass cabinet, headbutting it, everybody, huh?
I don't know. Maybe because it's just a doll. I don't know, Neil. I don't know.
This is what you got to look at the.
But how do you know he hasn't tried to? But he doesn't do it when people are watching. And
very strong, is he? So what scared of him for?
Well, he's made of bloody cloth, Neil.
Yeah, but
he ain't filled with bricks and stone and mortar. It's filled with feathers.
So if a dog come to you and grabbed you around the neck, what would you do to it?
It wouldn't affect me at all, would it? Wouldn't do nothing. I wouldn't feel it.
Well, then what are people scared of it? Just rip his head off and throw it down the street?
Because I'm going to tell you right now, Neil. The doll doesn't attack you, Neil. Now, because it's got supernatural powers, people are scared of the doll. They don't want to touch the doll, and they don't want to be nasty or horrible to the doll. So if you don't say hello, Robert, and goodbye, Robert, bad things happen.
Did he say hello back?
No, Neil. It's a doll.
But you said he could do everything, John.
Yeah, it's not my words. It's what I've researched.
I mean, where's Robert? Robert, where are you?
Yeah, here, is he? No, be in a glass cage. You'd be like Rob Brydon. Not Rob Brydon, old man in a box. So if you do diss the doll, Neil, I hope you ain't listening, Neil, because you're in the fucking shit tonight. Quentin's going to haunt you, and now Robert the Doll, if he can hear you, Neil, you're going to have a mishap on the way home.
Oh, cheers, John.
I'm trying to tell you, Neil.
Oh, cheers, you know what? You're unbelievable.
According to local folklore, the doll has caused car accidents. It's caused people to fall over and break the bones.
We do come with space operate.
It's caused people to lose their jobs. And it's caused people to have a divorce. Well, you're all right there.
Oh, John, I've had all them. I'm sure I've come across him before.
And it's all because people are pissing Robert off. Or dissing Robert. You know, not treating him with the respect he deserves.
Did you watch the telly?
I don't know. He maybe watched Stephen
Mullen
Muller.
wants to look out for himself. So.
So, Neil, what are your thoughts on Robert the Doll?
I just think it's a myth.
It's another case of Annabelle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, John.
Yeah, there he is. Look, there he is. Look, it's out there with his teddy bear. You know.
Why, John, not being
with
funny?
his sailor suit on and his
funny,
turban.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody who says, "Oh, this doll did this doll did that," they've got cameras everywhere. All
Yeah.
this shit. Robert the Doll, Annabelle the Doll, this, that, and the other. Doll. These days, there's cameras everywhere. So I ain't the no footage. Why ain't the no video footage, John?
Neil, I don't know, and this is my problem. This is my problem. I'm just going to go off and so anyway. Rob the Doll. Is it real? I don't know. I'm not dissing him, Robert. You're saying in my book, you know, I love your sailor suit and your hat. I ain't saying a bad word about Robert. You already have, Neil. You better take your time on the way home. That's all I'm saying.
You're good.
Knowing you, you'll have a crash, you'll break your bones, and you'll lose your job in the morning because you're late for work.
Cheers, John.
You know what I mean? But Robert, you'll do for me, pal. You're a good lad. We'll see you later. Now, talking about that, Neil, about why people don't catch things on camera, yeah, especially like dolls moving and all that kind of stuff. There's always dolls moving, but no one really catches them on camera. You'd see dolls fall, but things fall all the time.
Yeah.
That's not paranormal. That's called gravity. You know what I mean? But I've been watching now. I scroll through TikTok, so I do put funny things on TikTok just for a laugh. You know what I mean? Now there's a woman in America. She gets loads of views, Neil. And I'm going to tell you exactly how her little TikTok goes. It's now for about 30 seconds. So she writes at the top, there's a creepy song playing, and she goes, "Let's read what the ghosts have left me a message today." So she writes out a message in a piece of paper. "When did you die?" Yeah. And then you see her little feet chungling off to the kitchen. Then she goes to a fridge, Neil, and some of them magnetic letters have made a word on the fridge. Like 34. When did you die? 1973. In letters on the fridge. And Neil, now again, if it was real, which it's not, it's a load of bollocks, a load of bunkum, a load of codswallop, surely you'd have a camera pointing at that fridge every night to catch the things moving. You know what I mean? And spelling out the answer to the question. But no, people. It just shows you one in the fridge. And people in the comments are going, "Oh, that's amazing, that is. The spirits are so intelligent."
No, that's what's so bad about the paranormal world. Not
Yes.
being horrible. But that's why it's gone to pot.
But she's laughing all the way through it, Neil, because she knows she's getting a lot of views from a stupid-ass video.
Yeah.
And some of these fruitcakes are buying into it, Neil. Again, why don't ever catch anything on camera? That's another debate, Neil, maybe for the next show.
No, John. No, I don't, John. No, and that's why, the paranormal world, I try to steer away from it, you know what I mean?
We do our own little thing, Neil, and we're happy doing it.
Not being horrible, but it's an hobby.
Neil, we do a paranormal podcast.
How that? When do we do a paranormal podcast, John?
Well, we've just talked about an haunted doll and an haunted location called Myrtles Plantation.
I know that.
And an haunted mirror, Neil.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to continue?
Yeah, but, we'll talk about Dylan and Stephen Muller.
We're a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Neil, that's what we are. We're a mixed bloody bag.
Bag.
We like to cover all bases, don't we, Neil?
Probably, Sean. We've been doing it for years and years now. We can only talk so much about paranormal.
This is very true.
That's the problem.
This is why we mix it up, Neil.
You know what I mean? People who've never heard of us now, who listen to us now.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a long, long while, and there's only so much you can talk about K2s and cat balls and S boxes and we haven't done a top 10.
S box. You're my S
People don't know
box.
this, Sean. We've done a top 10 paranormal.
Maybe we should do it
songs,
again
you know
then,
what I mean?
Neil. We'll think of them again and we'll do another paranormal top 10. Just for you,
Yeah,
lots.
see that, you know what I mean? We've done some crackers there, John.
We did, Neil.
Ubs upside your ears.
Don't ruin
Ubs
Neil.
upside your ears.
Neil, don't spoil them. Don't spoil them. This is going to be for another episode.
Okay.
So, Neil, milkshake, get your choppers around this. Flip the screen, people. My little movie section. Because I love me movies, but I love me horror movies, Neil. So, we're going to start this little section with Guess the Horror shit title, Neil.
I like horror movies, Sean.
I know.
We've got nothing to watch them with.
Oh, don't give me none of that again.
Valentine's Day soon, you know that.
I know.
Well,
I know it is,
I
Neil.
might sit there and watch Chucky by myself.
Neil, the Wife's New Pub is doing a Valentine's special.
Is this?
Yeah.
No, you're telling me now, is this?
It's not Valentine's Day
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
Neil.
What do you mean, do the Valentine's special?
3 courses.
Am I going to eat 3 courses? Sit there by myself, am I, John?
Maybe take a doll with you.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna pump her up and take her all over there, John.
No, I don't know about a naughty doll, not a blonde
Oh.
doll, Neil.
No, I don't want to marry him, man.
You don't take Velcro Vera, do you?
Well, we're still in there.
I'm talking about Charlie or something.
John,
They want to
we
doll
can have some of that.
You can't take the 90s out of the boy, people. So, yeah, flip the screen is our movie section. Am I going to do Guess the Horror shit title, Neil?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a movie, a horror film. I'm just going to give you the title of the film. You've got to tell me what it's about. So, Neil, the film in question is called Rippy from 2024. Neil, Rippy. What's it about?
Rippy.
Rippy.
Fucking hell. Is it somebody who, I don't know, has got a haunted bell? And every time he guffs, his trousers rip. I don't know, John.
It sounds like a good film, man.
I know, yeah. Rippy. Believe it or not, I ain't got a clue.
I mean, no.
That was Ripley's worry.
Rippy, believe it or not.
Rippy is a bit of a daft title, eh?
It is. But, Neil, it is about, basically, this is the synopsis. I'm going to try and do my movie voice.
Barry Norman.
When locals in a country town start being killed by a zombie kangaroo, the local sheriff must find her past and work with their eccentric uncle to defeat the beast before it kills everyone.
Whatever, John. I'm sure they take Skippy's brother. Skippy and Rippy.
Rippy the kangaroo. It's a zombie kangaroo, Neil. He goes around killing people in Summer Bay.
And I'll shoot it. Yeah, Gala.
rips him in the arsehole.
Bloody hell.
But they called it Rippy, Neil. But you know what it was going to be called originally?
What?
It was going to be called Zombie-roo.
That's probably better.
I think it is, Neil. I prefer that name.
Probably
At
better.
least you know what it's about. It's a kangaroo. It's a zombie. Have some of that.
Yeah.
It also stars Michael Biehn, who was in Terminator. He's gone down. He's gone down in the world, eh?
Oh, is that the I know, yeah, one about.
Yeah, Michael Biehn. He was also in Aliens.
Him with the weird shaped head, eh?
No.
It is.
No. Say him.
Oh,
So anyway, Neil, you got it wrong. Yeah, I don't think you've got one of these Guess the Horror titles yet.
How would I know? That's a fucking
Miles
kangaroo
off.
that starts killing people.
Rippy, think about it.
Rippy.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Rippy, Skippy. He rhymes kangaroo. I would have got it.
Oh, you got it. What's going to say was bungle with him?
That's Zippy, Neil. Well, I'm saying that I wouldn't mind a zombie Zippy going around BBC One devouring everybody.
I know.
You know what I mean? Especially Stephen Mulhern. And tearing Ollie
I'll
Willoughby
get
in
me
the
there.
arsehole, maybe. Or something like that.
Tell you what. What's the name? They're off what's his name, John?
Warham's an M&M.
What's the name, John?
I don't know.
Don't
Neil.
matter. Don't matter.
Move on.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. Oh, Simon Cowell.
Pop
Amanda
star.
Holden.
Amanda Holden.
There is an Holden now, though. Yeah.
John.
It's still beautiful, Neil.
She's beautiful, John.
She's beautiful, but
She's
she's
old
an
age.
Holden.
I can't believe Les Dennis has been there.
I reckon it's Cliff Richard in a wig. He don't age either.
John, just stop going on, John. Don't insult her. Say now.
So, Neil, flip the screen. Talking of ripping people to shreds, Neil. Do you remember how, it's a world classic. It's a classic movie from 1975.
Yeah.
Jaws, Neil.
Oh, yeah.
The killer shark from Amity Island. I'm even wearing the top, Neil. 70, look,
Yeah, I was born, John.
75, 50th anniversary of Amity Island.
Yeah, I'm 50 this year. One myself.
Yeah. So directed by, you 50 this year?
Mm.
Jesus Christ. Directed by...
Don't look at door.
No, you don't, Neil, to be honest.
No.
Directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
It's still a cult classic to this day. And I don't think there's been another shark film what can match
I don't think so, either.
Jaws, Neil.
People go Deep Blue Sea.
Balix.
Stuff like that. You know why? That one they did with
The Meg.
when they collaborated with the Star Wars movies, John. It's pathetic, man.
What was that?
Empire Strikes Stickleback.
Now, someone said that The Meg starring Jason Statham was better than Jaws.
I've never seen it.
You should never watch movies again. You should never, ever do a kind of a review on a movie ever again. Jaws is number one in the shark film genre, without a bloody doubt. But anyway, Neil, for you and everybody listening, I haven't done this for a while, have I?
No.
I'm going to do in a nutshell.
Right.
So basically, it goes something like this. I'm going to tell you the story of Jaws in a nutshell.
Go on then, John.
Basically, here we go. I'm going for it right now. Is that nice? It's another quiet day in the beach town of Amity Island. A blonde scorcher goes on a naked late night swim. You hear the music. I love you, baby. Shh. You see the silhouette of the woman from under the water. Now, if you look closely enough, you can see a bit of bush.
No, George.
Jaws bush.
George Bush.
She's then pulled underwater. Partially eaten remains are washed upon the beach. The coroner said a shark did it. Now, I'm surprised there, Neil, because if a shark eats someone in the sea, in the ocean, I don't think there'll be any remains left at all. Don't you? I think a shark is a greedy little bastard, and I don't think he'd just leave a foot or a leg because I'll have after.
Do you know what you're supposed to do?
He'll have the lot, wouldn't he? Yeah, he'll have the lot.
You know what you're supposed to do for shark attacks you? Pokes in the eye.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
Thanks for that.
I'll get the poke. He didn't put his fin up, well,
We're wearing glasses.
look.
Back to Amity Island. Now, Police Chief Brody closes the beaches, but the bastard mayor, Larry, says, bollocks, and reopens the beach, Neil. That day, the beach is packed. The ocean is full. Here comes the shark with his orchestra, or his orca-kestra. Do you like that? Do you like that, people? Nice little pun there on sharks. Stop! A young lad in skin-tight trunks on a lilo is next for the shark's dinner. There is no remains this time, Neil, I can tell you that. Now, a bounty, and I don't mean the chocolate, of $3,000 is placed on the shark. In steps Dog the bounty hunter. No, sorry, Quint, a local, a crusty shark hunter, and Hooper. And with Brody, they go on to hunt the man-eater. While on the boat, the three settle down for a Toby carvery. And Brody brings in a massive pan of gravy. That's where you hear the immortal line, "We're going to need a bigger gravy boat." Or did I dream that bit, Neil? Did that really happen in the film?
No, I don't think it does, Sean. I don't think it does.
So they didn't have a Toby carvery?
No.
No. Okay. Here comes the greedy bastard shark. He attacks the boat.
Yeah, there with the big plate, is it? You want a Yorkie on?
Quint shoots him and attaches a yellow barrel. Jaws thinks, "Is that it? Piss off," and fucks off under the water. So they shoot him again and add another 2 barrels for Jaws to pull about. But it's now for old Jawsy boy. "I'm pissed off with this. Just leave me alone," says Jaws. So he pops up onto the boat and eats Quint just for the crack. The boat's sinking. Hooper fucks off and Brody is left at Jaws's mercy. Brody gets his gun and spots Jaws swimming towards him, but for some reason Jaws has an oxygen tank in his mouth. Why? I don't know.
You didn't want to roast it.
For some reason, Jaws has an oxygen tank lodged in his. Yes, you've guessed it, Neil. Lodged in his. Where's the tank lodged in? Where is he?
In his mouth.
What's the film called?
Jaws.
You've guessed it. In his jaws. Brody is going to die. He's going to die. But at the last minute, he shoots at Jaws, hitting the oxygen tank, and the greedy fishy bastard blows up, sending bits of shark everywhere. Hooper shows up, the chicken shit, and him and Brody swim back to Amity Island on a yellow barrel. The end. That, people, is Jaws in a nutshell.
Brilliant.
Neil, I think I've confused myself. I'm sure they had a Toby carvery on the Orca.
So you know Jaws too? Is that his brother?
His cousin, I think. Cousin from another mother. I don't know. It might be the dad.
Yeah.
Because Jaws is a woman.
I don't know, John. I don't know.
Neil, if you have a look closely, he's got a little pink bow. A little pink bow on his head, just like Miss Patman. So it's the only way you can tell the difference. Miss Patman didn't have tits.
Oh.
I mean, just had a nice pink bow.
An hang bang hanging off his pin.
So there you go, Neil. Another episode wrapped up.
Yeah.
I think we covered some nice bases there. Any last words?
No, not really. I've enjoyed that, John. You know, I like a bit of Jaws. Anybody
like a Toby carvery and all?
Yes, I do. I had one for years, shall I?
I don't like them, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Why?
I ain't a fan. Never have been.
Well, I do like a Toby carver.
I'm not. Well, I can give it to Miss. But anyway, Neil, good show.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wrap up this episode right here. And I just want to say, we have a saying, don't we, Neil?
We do, huh?
We do. And it goes something like this. Take it away, Neil.
All you alien twitchers.
I've been saying this for 2 years,
no,
and you still don't know it. If you are out to investigating this weekend, this goes out to all your alien twitchers, your cryptid stalkers, your horror junkies, and your ghost catchers. And you don't get any spirits. Just do what we do. Neil, what do we do?
I've drunk them instead, you know.
We drink them instead.
Yeah.
See you lot in a couple of weeks.